All right, let's talk about the latest. James J. Marlow is a foreign and defense analyst expert on West Asia. Mr. Marlow is joining us live from Samaria, Israel. Mr. Marlow, thank you for making time for us and welcome. Now that you live in Israel, give us a perspective of how life has changed for you following the continuous barrages of counterstrikes from Hezbollah.
Well, it's not just Hezbollah. Israel is fighting on 7 different fronts. You mentioned Hezbollah, of course, in Lebanon. Just yesterday, within a 12-hour period, there were missiles and rockets and drone attacks coming in from Lebanon, from Yemen, and also from Iraq. Those are the 3 fronts. Then you've got Syria. Missiles are also being fired from Syria. Hamas forces and also Hezbollah are operating in Syria. Of course, you've got Hamas and Islamic Jihad in Gaza. You've got Hamas and Islamic Jihad in Judea and Samaria, which the Jordanians called between 1948 to 1967 the West Bank. And of course, you've got Iran. Iran controls all of these proxies. And if I didn't mention the Houthis in Yemen, of course, the Houthis as well have been firing ballistic missiles towards Tel Aviv and towards Jerusalem. And in a country whereby the malnutrition of children is just, and the poverty line in Yemen is just so high that the money is going into ballistic missiles to attack Israel with their objective of destroying Israel and its people within.
Mr. Marlow, let me ask you this. Israel has vowed to solve this escalation through military action. What do you make of Netanyahu's goals, which some in the West, including the United States, have said it's too abrasive, it's too combative, and could worsen the already fragile situation in West Asia?
Well, firstly, there doesn't have to be a military conflict at all. It can actually end today. Hamas in Gaza, all they have to do is surrender and give up the remaining 101 hostages, which they've been holding, 97 since October the 7th. And a further 4 they've been holding, which include, by the way, 2 Arabs, for the last 11 years. That's the problem. That's the reason why the IDF cannot withdraw from Gaza, because the Gazans could actually keep the Israeli hostages there for a long, long time. And as far as Hezbollah go, there was a United Nations Security Council resolution passed all the way back in 2006. That was never, ever implemented. You had United Nations forces there in Lebanon, and it was very simple that Hezbollah had to move away from Israel's northern border. It had to stop firing missiles and rockets into Israel, and it had to take all of its arms. And what it's doing is a double war crime. It's actually firing from civilian areas inside of Lebanon, exactly what Hamas and Islamic Jihad did in Gaza. And it's firing into civilian areas within inside of Israel. Now, this has been taking place every single day, as far as Hezbollah is concerned, every single day since October the 8th of last year. That's more than 11 months. I'm not sure America or Britain or India would actually wait 11 days if that was happening to them. But Israel has waited 11 months before taking this action. And it's an action which has been planned for some time. The walkie-talkies, the beepers, and actually taking out every single one of the Hezbollah military leadership is quite extraordinary. And because of that, Netanyahu, who leads the Likud party, his popularity has grown, and one of his rivals has actually now joined the government, Gideon Saar and his party. So things are actually looking quite good from Israel's point of view, but really depends upon what Hezbollah and Iran decide to do next. If they wish to stop, that's it. There is peace and security, and Hezbollah move away from the border. However, if they wish to continue firing rockets, and I just got word now that there's more rockets being fired right now as we speak from southern Lebanon into northern Israel, where 65,000 to 80,000 Israelis have been evacuated and are living across the country in very difficult circumstances, then this war will continue. And yes, Israel will go into Lebanon to push back Hezbollah from the border.
Before I move on, I have to correct myself. I did say that you are in Samaria, Israel. You are actually in London. Nevertheless, you did answer my question. Thank you very much. Our time is over. Our time is over. Thank you very much, Mr. James J. Marlow. He's a foreign and defense analyst expert on West Asia. Mr. Marlow, thank you for talking to us today. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.